Why can't I speak? Magnetize, that's not a thing. Hello, it's me, Sylvia, back with another video. Welcome back to my channel. I had to give you guys a little Adele moment for today's intro. Hope you enjoyed that. It could also have turned out very cringe. We won't know until I edit this. So today's video, I'm going to be doing my makeup while answering your guys' questions. I asked you to send me a bunch of questions on my Insta stories. I haven't done a Q&A in a very, very long time. And it seems to me like you guys want to know a lot of things about me because I got a ton of questions. I'm going to try and answer the ones that I see are asked a lot and that you guys seem to really want to know about. So we're going to get right into it today. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel though. Check if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, all you have to do is click that little red button to subscribe. It's completely free and you're going to really like my videos. So you should definitely subscribe so you can see them. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I'm mostly just going to focus on answering the questions. I'm not going to really be explaining my makeup or what I'm doing, but I'll link everything that I used in the description down below. I also already have foundation on because I tried to film this video a few minutes ago and my stuff was not recording. So we're going to retry it. So first question is, how do you balance personal life and work and deal with stress? This is a really good question and I feel like it's going to take a long answer just because this is something that I struggle with and try and work on myself all the time. So dealing with stress, I've never been very good at it. Every little thing stresses me out. My mom has kind of taught me some things to help me kind of deal with it. And a lot of that is just taking a step back and not stressing about the things that you can't change. So, you know, if it's like a little thing like I'm gonna be late, it's like you're already gonna be late. So why are you stressing out about it? Like it is what it is. Just deal with the fact that you're gonna be late and don't get yourself so worked up and crazy because that's not good for you. So that's just a small example, but obviously you can apply it to bigger things that might be stressing you out. Also, I find that dealing with things one thing at a time really helps me kind of deal with my stress because I get stressed out when I'm like overwhelmed and thinking of all the things that I have to do and I'm like, I'm never gonna get everything done. But obviously you can only do one thing at a time. So when I have a lot of things to do, I will just make a list and then I'll knock things out one by one, and that usually helps kind of decrease my stress and helps me deal with things in a healthier way instead of literally having all these things in my head constantly being like I have to do all of it. That's when I will literally blow up and go insane. So one thing at a time, make a list, scratch those things off, and don't stress about the things that you cannot change. That's my tip on stress. And the other part of the question, how do I balance work and personal life? That also is very difficult, especially with my type of job. A lot of my personal life is made public and I let you guys in on a lot. So finding a fine balance, basically I just do whatever feels right. If I'm very uncomfortable sharing something, then I usually won't, or I will only share like the surface of it. And then also because my job is at home, I can always literally be working because it's social media, you know, never really sleeps. There's no hours to clock in and out at the end of the day. And so to kind of keep a balance there and not go insane so that I'm, you know, have some time to myself, I will try and follow a schedule or give myself some tasks that I have to do. So say I have to film that day and take a picture, then I'll be like, okay, once you do those things, do not do any more than that. Take some time to yourself because otherwise I would be working from morning to night. So those are some ways that I kind of try and keep the balance between work and personal. Tips for freshmen going to high school. I'm terrified. Oh my God. I was so scared going into high school, like so scared. But if I could give you guys a tip, if you are going to high school, is to just fake it till you make it. Be confident, pretend if you're not confident, because I was not confident. And that energy that you just radiate and that positivity and that like confidence is going to bring people to you because people are attracted to that. They want to be around people that are so positive and fun to be around. So I feel like if you radiate confidence and positivity, then it's just a lot easier to meet people and just try and put yourself out there, because I find that, you know, for high school, for me, it was all about the people that I was hanging out with. And so once you find that good group of friends and that good group of people that you really vibe with, then high school will be a great experience for you. So as long as you're trying to put yourself out there, trying to be confident, I really feel like you'll do very well in high school and just in life in general. Honestly, that's a life tip. Even me, I get insecure sometimes and I just always tell myself, that's like one of the biggest things I always tell myself is just pretend you're confident. And that pretending just kind of makes you feel more confident, and then you forget you're pretending and then you're left being this confident person and no one even knows the difference. Because I feel like confidence is really just all in your head, and you can make a decision to choose to feel insecure and hide in a corner, or you can choose to put yourself out there. And maybe it's a little bit uncomfortable, but in the end, I feel like that's how you grow and that's how you foster new friendships and new relationships. And confidence is key. So let's all work on our confidence this year. But good luck in high school. You're gonna do amazing. Do you want to get married in the future? I feel like I was such a hopeless romantic and I like believed in marriage and like wanted the whole love story fairy tale for the longest time. And now I don't know. I'm not in a rush to get married. I don't know that I even believe in like being with somebody, one person for the rest of your life. I don't know that I believe in that anymore, which is kind of sad, but it's also kind of reality if you think about it. But I don't know, maybe that's just me being in a bitter phase right now. I think I want to have a wedding, but I don't know that I want to be married. I would look so good in a wedding dress. That would have a great party. But marriage is kind of scary to me. Now, moving on. What happened to your other dog? Wolfie Jr., my Wolfie Jr. I also saw somebody else ask, I didn't screenshot it though, if it's weird calling Wolfie Jr. because my ex's name online is Wolfie, obviously. It's not really weird calling Wolfie Jr. because I never really called Charlie Wolfie, like ever, and that's just not his name to me. So the name Wolfie, really all I think about is my dog. I've never really thought of Charles as Wolfie. So it's not weird. And also Wolfie Jr. is with Charlie's family. His parents are watching him and taking care of him just because it's really difficult for me now being on my own here to take care of two dogs, especially since Wolfie Jr. has a lot of issues. Like he's so anxious and like hyperactive and like crazy. I love him to death, but he's actually crazy. Like he needs a lot of extra care and I just couldn't really handle it, especially going through everything. I just knew that he wouldn't have the best life here. I also live in an apartment building and he's like terrified of other people and other dogs. It was just really difficult to have him here, especially dealing with everything else and now getting adjusted to being on my own and living on my own. So he loves Charlie's parents and Charlie's family, and they take such great care of him. So it only made sense to let them watch him for a bit, at least while I get myself adjusted. But I miss him every day. I FaceTime him so much. I shouldn't admit how much I FaceTime my dog. Like that's weird, right? We still have a very close relationship and I love my Wolfie Jr. Next question asks, are you over the breakup or how are you dealing with that? I think everybody's really curious to know an update on what the heck is going on after my breakup. So I'm gonna be pretty open and just fill you guys in. I think everybody kind of expects me to be over it by now, especially since it's been a few months. I mean, it's weird to me that the summer's over because I feel like it just started and obviously the breakup and everything kind of happened at the beginning of summer and it just feels like it was yesterday to me. It does not feel like it's been months. I'm still dealing with it. Like how I told you guys, I'm trying to focus on myself, trying to work out, trying to do positive things. But I think that something as big and significant as that and is like life-changing basically takes a very long time to get over. So I mean, it's only been a couple months and I still have really hard days and I have some good days. So am I over it? Probably not. Am I doing better? Oh, for sure. I'm gonna put a little bit more bronzer. I've been really digging the cream KKW bronzer. The next question asks, have you ever gotten plastic surgery? And the answer to that is no, have not gotten plastic surgery. Maybe I need it. Just kidding. I'm not against it. I just haven't had it yet. The only thing that I've really done is lip filler. And even now, I mean, my top lip is kind of small. I should probably get that filled in again. But yeah, the only thing I've done is lip filler, but I'm definitely not opposed to plastic surgery. My belief on that is really, it's like your business. At the end of the day, it's your body and you're the one that's gonna have to live with yourself and the way you look. So do whatever makes you happy. So the next few questions, I'm gonna give the people what they want because I see a lot of them. And we're gonna talk a little bit about my relationship status, the breakup, you know, some things that you guys have been asking me about because I see a lot of questions and I'm not gonna ignore them all. I'll touch on a few of them. So Melly asks, relationship status. I am single right now, single as a Pringle. I feel like I'm definitely off relationships for a little while. I kind of don't see the point of them. And yeah, back to me being super bitter. Like marriage, who does that? Relationships, why? I'm the worst. Literally do not talk to me about relationships. But yeah, I'm single and I'm just having fun and I'm just trying to adjust to being single because it's weird. And I'm basically in a relationship with my dog. So that's my relationship status if anyone asks. Next question asks, you and Charlie Carly still talk? And yeah, we do still talk. At first, I wasn't talking to him at all, obviously because I was very angry, but when you're in a relationship with somebody and have that person in your life for so long, it's very difficult to just completely cut off all communications because our lives were very intertwined and they still are in some ways. So to kind of untangle all that mess and like deal with the house and the dogs and all that, like we had to eventually talk it out and figure out what was going on with all that stuff. What product am I using next? I feel like I'm getting so distracted I'm forgetting to do my makeup. I'm gonna use the new Laura Lee Boss Babe palette and go in with the center shade right here, Deadline, a nice neutral brown. We're gonna do a very simple neutral eye. So him and I do talk, and it's mostly just like about our responsibilities and stuff, and I feel like it's very adult, you know? I'm not trying to be petty. I'm trying to just move on with my life and figure out what's best for me, whatever that may be. And some people think, you know, if somebody does that to you, you should just never speak to them again, cut them off completely, and I don't know, I'm just doing what feels right. Next question asks, what do you look for in a guy? Loyalty. I had to. I'm sorry. But yeah, in all seriousness, I want somebody that knows how to put other people's feelings before their own. I feel like that's very important and something that I do without even thinking. Like, I don't know why. Sometimes I probably should look out for myself more so than other people, but that's just something that's like second nature to me. Always prioritize the people that I care about before myself, and I feel like I want somebody that's willing to do that as well, and somebody that's just kind and a good person, like to their core. And obviously they have to be cute, so I'm looking for that too. If you fit those requirements, please give me a call. Thank you so much. Hit me up, slide in my DMs. Thank you very much. I'd like to meet you. So the next question asks, what did the breakup teach you? And I feel like that's a really good question. If you go through anything as intense as this, whether it's somebody really close to you passing, whether you've been through a really intense heartbreak, I feel like you know that it's just like a life-changing moment. And with any life-changing moment, you're gonna learn stuff. I feel like I've learned a lot more about myself, and it's kind of changed my perspective on a lot of things. I feel like I'm learning more how to deal with things on my own, how to be more independent now. I had to take a step back and realize like how much I was relying on this other person, and that's never good. Like, even if you're in a healthy relationship, you should still know how to take time for yourself, and self-care, self-love, that's number one, honey. And also another kind of like not so wooey, positive, cliche thing that I learned from this is that I'm a little bit too trusting, and obviously I don't think anyone could have seen this coming, but I also had another experience in moving to LA and meeting so many new people. I feel like maybe I'm too trusting because I've had a couple situations and a couple people that have entered my life with not so good intentions, and because I'm so trusting, I've kind of opened myself up to be hurt by multiple people, whether it's friends or people that work for me. This past summer has just been a summer where people have tried to take advantage of me, and it has not been so good. So along with the relationship, I feel like the breakup has taught me to just keep my guard up a little bit and not be so trusting right off the bat. Next, let's use the Block Party eyeshadow, Heart of Gold from Dose of Colors. I'm just gonna try and apply that with my finger very lightly all over my lid. Not flipping you guys off. The next question asks, are you gonna make some merch? Because I know I've talked about that a few times. Ooh, that is pretty. And I'm actually doing a photo shoot for my merch tomorrow. So we're wrapping it up finally after working with 3 different merch companies, and it's been such a mess, like such a mess. And I feel like it's because I had this really big vision of what I wanted, and it was very specific, and I was worried about letting you guys down, so I was really taking my time and really wanted to get it right. And the companies I was working with didn't really understand my vision, and now on the 3rd company, I feel like we're in the right direction, but I need to start smaller than what I was thinking. You guys, I feel like, are expecting a lot out of my first drop, and it's really not going to be anything crazy. It's going to be some really awesome basic pieces that I'm obsessed with and that I wear all the time. You've been seeing me wear a bunch of my merch too. So the first launch is coming out very, very soon. I can't wait to see you guys rocking some S Club merch. And just know I literally am putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this, and it's taken me over a year to try and get something out. So bear with me. It's coming literally so soon, and I'm excited, and I'm glad you guys can't wait for it either. Now I'm just gonna thicken up my lash line and kind of smoke out my lashes with Clocked Out. The next question asks, is it scary living alone or like being independent in a different country? Yeah, it is scary being alone, especially since this is so new to me. Like, I've never lived alone before in my whole life. So it's definitely been a really big adjustment, but I wouldn't say it's scary. I would just say it's different. And am I really living alone? Because I have Prince and he's great company. No, but in all seriousness, it definitely has been a huge adjustment. And on nights where I don't want to be alone, I'll just invite friends over or I'll go out and do something. And it was very weird at first. Like, it was uncomfortable to be alone. I didn't like it to be living by myself. But now I feel like I'm getting more used to it. And as far as being independent in a different country, yeah, the thought of it is very scary. And I was a little bit afraid when I was first moving here. I was lucky to be coming here with somebody, with Charlie. So that was nice. It was a little less scary. And being alone in a different country isn't that bad either. When I was first moving here, like, the thought of it was really frightening. But then when I actually got here, you know, it's not that different from Canada. And I'm still very close with my family. Talk to them all the time, FaceTime. And so it doesn't really feel that different. I made a lot of new friends and I really like my life here in LA. I feel like I belong here. I really love the fast pace. So I do love it. Of course, I miss Canada and I miss my family. And I've been living away from my family since I was like 17. So it's not really like a huge shock to be living in a different country from them. The next question asks, how does it feel being single after being taken for years? So if you guys don't know, I dated Charles for 4.5 years and it's weird being single now. I'm not gonna lie. It's weird. I was good at flirting and dating before and talking to guys. I was so good at that. And then now I'm like thrown back into it and I say the weirdest stuff. I'm like, when did I become this socially awkward person? I don't know. But I think it's gonna just take a little bit for me to get back into like the mentality of like, okay, you're single now. Like, it's just weird for me to be flirty because I would never even like think that way before. Like, anytime a guy would look at me before, I would like not pay any mind to it. But now it's like, you can actually notice when guys are checking you out and you can actually do something about it. Weird. So it has been weird. I've gone through like phases. At first, I kind of like downloaded some dating apps just to like get my mind off stuff. And that didn't last very long at all. I deleted them after like 2 days because guys are weird and gross. And then I kind of just like have become content with just doing my own thing, working on myself, working out and stuff. Like, I don't really care about dating. So if I go out with my friends and the guys like chat me up, maybe I'll flirt back. But other than that, I'm not trying to do too much dating. And being single is weird. Like, I don't even enjoy it. First dates are awkward. I don't like it. Especially being single in LA is a whole different story, let me tell you. Oh, that's for a whole other video. But yeah, it feels weird and I'm getting back into the swing of things, feeling like a grandma. So last question is, are you ever going to create your own makeup line or collaborate with a brand? Ooh, for sure, a huge goal of mine is to eventually create my own makeup line and be able to come out with my own products for you guys. We're just gonna put that out there in the universe and just hope that I'll be able to do that one day. I mean, that would be insane. That would be so, so cool. And as far as collaborating with brands, I am very open to that. I think it would be so dope to create any product. And I mean, I'm not gonna say anything, but just know I have a lot of surprises in store for my S Club in the upcoming months, so trust me, you're gonna love it. That's all I'm gonna say. So stay tuned for that, and hopefully you guys follow me along my journey, and maybe years down the road, I'll have my own makeup line and you heard it here first. All right, so those are all of the questions that I have to answer, and this is the final makeup look. I just did a very neutral glam. This has kind of been my go-to makeup for events and stuff when I just want to do something pretty and neutral. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got a little update on my life. Maybe you got to know me a little bit better, something you didn't really know about me before. Let me know if you like these type of videos, if you want me to do more of them in the future, because I am more than willing. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to continue on watching the Sylvia Gani channel, please do. Check out one of these other videos if you haven't seen them yet. And then of course, subscribe to my channel before you forget. Nothing like joining the S Club. Just hit this circle button right here and you will be subscribed. I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you for watching. Bye. Mwah. Bye.